How do you explain that performance from your team?
Yeah, it wasn't good, Dan. It wasn't good. For a variety of, missed tackles, converting in the red zone, turning the ball back over in the red zone. Had a good week of practice. Did a lot of work, and obviously it didn't show. So, no excuses.
You said you were hoping that Tommy would provide a spark for the offense. Why do you think that didn't happen?
Well, they played well, and we didn't play well. So, get down 23-0, changes the complexion of the game some. Had a good drive coming out of half, turned the football over. So just not good enough, and that all starts with me.
How much do you feel, if at all, everything that happened this week with Daniel and the whole situation
no
had
excuse.
any effect on the team?
No excuse on that. Just didn't do a good enough job.
Do you regret benching Daniel?
One more time?
Do you regret benching Daniel?
Yeah, no, we're moved on here. We didn't do a good enough job today all the way around. That starts with me.
I mean, in the context of doing it to spark the offense and improve the way the offense looked.
No, we weren't good, Pat. So no excuses. Wasn't a good day.
What do you tell the team after a performance like that?
Yeah, just that. I think there's a lot of prideful people, but what we put out there wasn't good enough. Can't make excuses. We got a short turnaround, but didn't do a good enough job. And again, had a good week. We started out slow. We got down 23-0. Things compounded and battled there in the second half, but ultimately not good enough.
Brian, what's a good week to be? What makes you feel like a week?
Yeah, no, good energy at practice, good detail. Bouncing around. Again, it's no excuses. It wasn't good, and that's my responsibility.
Brian, you guys are averaging this season 14.8 points per game, which I think is the lowest in over 25 years for this team. Why has it been a week-over-week issue with the offense?
Yeah, just we're not doing a good enough job.
What did you think of Baker taunting the fans with DeVito's symbol?
One more time?
What did you think of Baker Mayfield taunting the fans in the stadium with DeVito's?
Yeah, I think they played well, and he played a good game. So give those guys credit.
Brian, when you talk about having a good week of practice, I'm sure you sensed the team was healthy, that you sensed you were going to come out here and play a good game. When it doesn't happen, you kind of question, am I getting through to these guys or am I not reading them right? Because the performance does not match anything that you thought of before the game.
Yeah, look, Paul, I understand the question. We didn't do a good enough job, and we got to be better.
What are some of the issues you're seeing with the defense?
Yeah, we got to do a better job of tackling. Third down conversions.
Pursuit of everybody, gang tackling to the ball.
Yeah, we're just missing them. We missed a bunch today. It's something that we focused on. Obviously, not good enough, and at the end of the day, that's my responsibility.
Your decision 4th and 1 early in the game.
Yeah. I had 2 plays there. Thought we had an opportunity to get a first down and keep the drive going, try to build some momentum, and didn't get it.
Neighbors didn't target in the first half. Why was he not involved?
We didn't have very many plays. Certainly had some there dialed up, and they had, whether it's a coverage designed to, I'm not saying double them or anything like that, just a better coverage for the play in and of itself. But didn't have very many plays, Dan. Try to mix in the run. That's started out the game with a good run, and not much after that. The game got away from us and turned into a pass-a-thon, which is not what we want to do.
How do you convince the team that the big move you made this week is in the right interest of the team when you had this performance?
Yeah, I think we moved on here, Pat, with it. Again, we just got to get ready to go here for this week.
I know you moved on, Brian, but there were a number of players who stressed and said that they believe Daniel was this team's best quarterback, namely Dexter, and then to have this performance, is there a concern? Are you worried?
Yeah, no, again, we're moved on from it. We've talked about the Daniel situation. We just got to do a better job, play better all the way around.
How much did you think this was like when you're weighing the pros and cons of making that kind of decision, that this is a possibility that you might not get your intended result, which was, like you said, to create a spark? Yeah,
again, Jordan, I just say look, Daniel's on. He's not on the team anymore. We've talked about that. We got to do a better job all the way around.
Maybe your starter next week?
Yeah, we'll see if he's healthy and ready to go. He will be.
How do you think he did? How do you think he played today?
Go back and look at Paul. Look, nobody did a good enough job. Start with myself. He just got dinged up a little bit. I think he had the wind knocked out of him back there, and again took a couple shots there. So hopefully he'll be okay.
Brian, that's 6 straight losses. Any concern that this could snowball?
Just trying to get a win. Again, do everything we can do each week. Certainly not, the performance that we set out to have. No question about that. Got to do a better job.
Dave, you've talked about execution all along. Are you concerned with the fight in this team right now? I know what you're seeing during the week, but
no, we got to do things better. But no, I don't question our guys.
You mentioned missed tackles though a bunch of times. The natural inclination is to say, well, missed tackles is an effort thing. What do you say to that?
Yeah, I'd say we missed some tackles. I think guys were giving good effort, and we missed some tackles. They made us miss. Had some
missing so many tackles if you don't think it's effort. Like what's the other explanation?
Yeah, I mean technique. Give credit to the other guys making us miss, but certainly not good enough.
What's the thinking with calling timeouts on that last drive?
Just try to finish the game. Give Tommy an opportunity to finish the game and keep competing.
Tommy did take quite a few big hits, as you
Yeah.
mentioned. How do you address that in improving pass protection?
Yeah, well, we'll see why there were, the hits were the hits. We'll take a look at that and, try to correct what we can.
I know Tracy came back into the game.
Yeah.
Was he out for a punitive situation with the?
Yeah, he turned the ball over, gave Motor some burn and Gray, and then put Tracy back in too.
How big a concern is that with him moving forward? And this is now, he has a bunch of fumbles.
Yeah, something we gotta continue to stress and work on. But I have a lot of confidence in Tracy, but we can't turn the ball over to the other team.
Do you have concern about your job security after a game like this, or do you feel like you're safe and can coach out this season no matter the results?
Yeah, I just I feel for the guys that go out there and play, and the result that we had today, and focus on getting better for the next week.
How much do you even consider that? How much does that even go through your head when you have performances like this?
Yeah, the only thing that goes is how we're going to make it better, and that's what we'll try to do.